Hi, welcome to my Blender tutorial, day 2. I kind of just want to teach you guys stuff here and there and show you guys what I'm doing. So let's get right into it. What we want to do first is, always delete this scene because who doesn't? So let's go to the settings that I like to do. If you watch my previous video, you should see and know what I'm doing right now. This is just to make it look nice, and you can see the edges and whatnot. So let's get right into it. Statistics, we want that. Right now I'm gonna make a ring, an easy ring, so you guys can understand. If you're doing jewelry, I advise you to get Jewelcraft. If you don't have Jewelcraft, then you don't want to do jewelry. Alright, so I click N while I'm in here, and this just brings up the tabs. So when you download the Jewelcraft, always click set units because it just sets the whatever optimal unit settings are in use. This is for like diamonds, so you could mesh your own diamonds, or you just use Jewelcraft, which already has the diamonds for you. It depends. Sometimes I mesh my own diamonds because when you mesh your own diamonds, you can control the vertices. If you use Jewelcraft, it's kind of more like aggressive to your computer graphics once you start placing a lot of diamonds. So it's up to you. It's gonna be harder to bring in world though, I tell you that, because any type of video game engine, you try and bring in all these vertices, it's just not gonna. You could bring them in, but it's not ideal. But we still do it anyway. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna make a ring because that's something that people like that I do. So let's just do it. Shift A, and I think next video I'm gonna add the screencast keys. Matter of fact, wow, I already have it right there. Hopefully it works. Usually you gotta keep doing this like 2 or 3 times. But so Shift A, and we're gonna do an easy ring here. So something easy you wanna make for your girl or guy or whatever you identify as, Taurus, boom. There we go. I'm zooming in right now. Scroll wheel, or if you have the mouse pad, you can zoom in with your fingers. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's yeah. So we're zoomed in. Add Taurus, we click this on the bottom. This only pops up in the beginning. After you make edits or click out of it, then this goes away. So make sure that when you do this, you don't do anything before you do this, unless you don't care and want to use this. Let's say I like to go less, because when you have less, you can add more, like loop cuts and vertices. If you go higher, it's kind of hard to delete pre-existing vertices and faces and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna go with I go with this right here, 25. I usually try something new all the time. Like, I just go in here and just freestyle. And when you do that, you kind of let your mind do its thing. So yeah, go into edit mode, and I'm clicking Alt, and I'm clicking this line, and that will select the whole thing. And if I go into Alt Z, that's X-ray mode. You can see I selected the whole thing. And what I'm going to do is pretty much make it flat with all the other vertices. So with these vertices, I'm making it flat. Once I do that, I'm gonna click this up top here, these rows right here, because you see how it's like bulky. I want to make that flat, and also want the same on the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna do both of those. When you meshing, I'm gonna work as I talk, but when you meshing, it's like when you first start, you like, yo, I'm never gonna learn this. I'm telling you, when I first saw it, I said, there's no way I'm gonna learn this. Like, there's literally no way. But after a while, it just clicks in your head. You're like, oh, this is 3D. Like, it's like sculpting in 3D. It kind of clicks. So don't give up, for real, because I don't know how I'm able to do this sometimes. I'm like, what? Click. Sorry, I click space. If you click space and to do this animation, that's how I make the videos on my channel. I said channel on my Instagram, like the ads. So yeah, I'll teach you guys that. Everything I learned is from YouTube, and I kind of put my own sauce to it. That's how you learn. So it's a lot of YouTube hours and a lot of days you're just like, I don't know what to do. Well, you figure it out. Like right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing whatever. So we made that flat. I'm gonna go click 3 to get a face select, and I'm gonna click these inner, like, you know, these inner faces. Make sure I got the same ones. I do mess up sometimes. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna click, well, let me just see. If I click SG, it's not giving the effect I want. Okay, so I know what I want to do. I want to do E. Well, let me redo it. Let me go back. So undo. Back to this part, and I want to ESZ. That way, when I do it like that, it's going inward instead of both of them going down when I scale it on the Z axis. So it's kind of like giving it both the pave effect. And this was like, spots like these are where you place your diamonds. It's called a pave. I didn't know what it was till recently. I was like, damn, I've been so lost. I've just been doing what I've been seeing, but it's called a pave. And it's like, if you put the diamonds in here, and it has to line up with these edges that you put them in. So yeah, did that. I like this auto shade smooth because I don't like to see these lines. It's just, I don't like to see them. I don't know why. Never did. So from here, since we're making a basic ring, usually I like to go into the front orthographic view right here. I clicked 1 on the keyboard. Let's rotate this, rotate X 90. Once you learn Blender, you learn the rotations and how to look at things and from what views you want to look and how to move around. Once you learn how to move around and learn, like, once Blender clicks in your head that you're sculpting kind of 3D, everything gets easier. So, trust me, I did not expect to be doing this. So I'm gonna click 1, and I'm gonna show you guys how to put diamonds in this little area right here, because there's a lot of YouTube videos, but I've been looking up a lot of YouTube videos, and I don't have time to just have the people who watch me and want to learn. I don't want y'all to do what I did, because it's a lot of waste of time. You look at a lot of videos and they'll just leave out details. Not me. I'm trying to, get everybody right. So click snap up here, and let's go to Jewelcraft, and we'll add a round diamond. Every time I add it, I always click it and then tab, select. I click A to select the whole thing in edit mode. Then I click U and I smart UV project, and what that's gonna do is unwrap it for you automatically, and you don't have to do the seams. And you can see, if you go up here to this little plus sign and you drag it over, instead of what you're usually having, which is a 3D viewport, you go to UV editor, and if you go into edit mode, that's how you see your UVs. So right now this UV is blank, but if you want to make a quick UV, smart UV, and that works for a decent amount of things. Sometimes you have to actually do it yourself, especially with clothing and stuff like that. But with jewelry, you could do smart UV and you'll be fine. Depending on what it is and how you want the shadows to be, it's up to you. But so yeah, you can see the origin is like in the center of this, which is that like yellow dot. So we have the snap tool, right? We clicked it, we turned it on. Let's go to face project, center. Let's go to align rotation to target. Let's click rotate. This is everything I just did is something you just watch me do, and then you just do it, keep doing it over time. And this, you don't know why you don't know. Well, you know why, but it's like you're not getting into detail as to why you're clicking rotate. I know align rotation to target is making it, self-explanatory, aligned to the target, I guess. I don't know, but I know it works. So yeah, so I like to go on 1. It doesn't really matter, but if you want to be neat with it, you could just go on 1. Then G, that's gonna be your best friend. G, it's your best friend when you want to place diamonds. So all I did was right click to get up out of there. So if you left click, you're keeping that position. Control Z to go back. G, if you don't want to do that change, you just right click. Alright, let's get into it. So boom, I click G and I placed it inside of one of these, inside of this pave or pave or whatever you want to call it. So once it's like that, I'm gonna scale it in. Let's scale it to whatever you want to, and then you want to be able to set your hands up in a way to where you can like finesse the placing and do it fast. It'll come over time to how you want to do it. Also, make sure you get gloves too. It sounds crazy, but like they have these gloves that you won't get like carpal tunnel and whatnot from doing a lot of 3D designs. I wear them. Sometimes I don't. Like right now, I'm not wearing it. If you hear me rubbing, I'll rub my hands like Birdman a lot. So so yeah, let's get into it. When you place in diamonds, you want them to be like, if you want to get real technical, you could go here and check the spacing and get real in depth. But I kind of eyeball it these days because it's like I've been doing it a lot and I know how I want it to look. Like give it like a little space. You see how I scaled the diamonds to kind of fit perfectly? Well, my kind of perfect. A little spacing, but it's like still fits within that like ring at pave. I'm really doing YouTube. That's crazy. I never thought I'd be doing YouTube. Alright, so yeah, let's keep going. If you want to be lazy, you can also mirror this, but let's just do it. Because a lot of people want to learn, so, like I said, paid classes. If you really want to get in depth and learn, I got you. It's up to y'all. But I'm also be posting videos of just random stuff I do. Like I'm about to make glasses, and I'm like, let me just make a YouTube video. Get my YouTube jumping. Not too many African American blender artists out there, or ethnic, because I'm not just that. I would say ethnic, but let's get up there. So boom, I could be doing this faster. See how I messed up right there? Kind of like to make it, it's all a learning curve. Like sometimes I'll do people's customs, and like the way how I do it before, it's because I learned something new, and you'll be like, wow, like I really want to redo their custom because like I learned a new technique or I got better. So that usually just happens. So you just always want to, if they really love your stuff, they'll come back to you. If not, I mean, it's whatever, it's life. So yeah, let's keep doing what we're doing. I'm going pretty slow right now because I just want to show y'all. I want to be neat and professional as possible. Show y'all how to do this, so when y'all do it, you know, y'all like, oh, okay, you learn some. That's how I want to be doing this on a daily basis, kind of, whenever I can. Build my YouTube. Yeah. Sometimes, okay, so this option you could do when you have this much space. Sometimes it's like, let's just move this over and let's just, you know, or you can scale. I don't recommend scaling, but if you scale, then usually you want to be like symmetrical. So if you scale this, then scale that and make a design with it. That's if you really don't want to break the spacing that you have, but I think it's cool. See how it's all in the pave, as we call it, and pave is kind of like, see how it hides when you look at it from a different angle. It's just sitting inside of the ring. Once you do all of this, you really don't need to do this side, because you can just mirror this, join all of these together, which I'm gonna show you right now. So easy way to do it. I'm moving around a lot. I swear I have ADHD. I swear. But click around, then click the shift, and then click the last one, and then Control J while you're in the window. Once you have that, you see an origin. You want to Control A and set the origin to the middle wide, because I don't know, I just like it in the middle. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day you can add the modifier and it's going to be going based off of this origin. So let's do that right now. Add modifier, mirror modifier. That's also going to be your best friend. It's going to save you a lot of time. Boom. So click the torus, and right now you see it looks weird or distorted or overlapping. It's because you have it on that. So go to Z. Just gotta play with it sometimes, see what you like. Boom, there you go. Now it's on both sides. And yep, that's the end of the tutorial. Nah, I'm playing with y'all. Alright, so let's go here. I clicked the torus, and then I went to tab, and then I'm gonna click 2 to go in the edge select, and click the edge, and alt, and then click the edge again to click the whole thing all around. That way you don't have to keep clicking. And I learned this late. Like, I would be keep clicking and clicking and clicking. I'm like, wow, there's a faster way. But I learned it, so that's y'all. G, Y, and how I know to move it on a Y axis, because these colors right here are gonna be your best friend. It's the blue for the Z, the red for the X, and the green for the Y. Those are your best friends, I promise you. So this is technically a loop cut, so I moved the loop cut over, and this is to give us that edge right there. So I'm going to Control R, which is how you add up loop cuts, and you see this effect. This is because I still have the snap tool on. So just right click, and it'll go back to that. So now I want to turn snap off. Make sure you turn snap off when you're working and you're not placing diamonds, because you'll be trying to do stuff and you'll just be snapping it on to the surface. So G, Y, and let's bring that over to match the other one. Say like right there, looks good to me. So this middle part, let's go back into the face select to select this middle part. Alt, click the middle part. Now you could do a couple of things, but I'm gonna just say 2. You can scale it in to give it that effect, or scale it out if you want to give it that spaceship looking effect. Or what I'm going to do is E and then S to extrude, and then scale the extrude. Now if you just click E, you're just doing stuff like this. If you click Z, you're just doing, you know. So you want to do you want to E and then S to scale it in. That'll give it like that pave effect for that side. So in the middle right here is basically you want to do the same thing, and that's add these diamonds into this middle part. Now I'm gonna show you guys a quick way that no one never tells you, unless you do the research and really watch a Drillcraft video. If you're like me and you try to get to the point, I watch a whole bunch of videos and they never get to the point, so I have to take pieces from each video. Okay, so Control R, and that's going to add a loop cut right there. This is a quicker way to add diamonds, and you can do this with any face. And wow, I'm teaching people, and a lot of you are going to be better than me at this. So yeah, just show me what you make. Alright, so we did this. We added a loop cut into this middle, and we're gonna convert this. First, we're gonna separate this from the mesh. So as we have this highlighted, we added a loop cut, we have it highlighted. We're gonna click P while we're in edit mode. If you're in object mode, it won't work, so make sure you're in edit mode. P to separate, and we're gonna separate it by the selection. This is also your best friend when you wanna break down a mesh. You're gonna be using this a lot, so separate by selection. Let's go back into object mode. Let's click the middle, this ring. And while we're in object mode, this is where you can convert it to a curve. And this is also your best friend, especially when you have Drillcraft and you want to place diamonds fast. So now that we have this selected, also if you don't like the pave to be that thick, you can, you know, change it to however you want. Use your preference, however you feel looks nice. You go based off of reference. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. Alright, let's add another diamond. Same thing. Tab in the edit mode, A to select it all, U and Smart UV project. That'll give you this UV, and this is where you bake your textures and bring it into the game and texture this how you want it, make it look real with the diamonds, however you please. So now we're going to click this and make sure you click. It's gonna take some time. Sometimes you'll be like, wow, this is annoying, but or you could do this, click it right there and then click it right here. And when you click it in here, make sure you hold control and then you select it in here. Instead of clicking shift, then you'll click multiple. So click control, so you click singular. So click the diamond, then click the curve that you created and go to curve. Sorry. Alright, jeweling. Alright, so go to jeweling and distribute on curve. Bam. It looks crazy right now. You're like, what am I looking at? But you'll see. You want to tilt it. This may not work for everything. Sometimes it doesn't work, and you have to just go to the barbaric method. Is to just do it by hand. But so we do that. We'll scale it so wherever you feel like it's going to fit nicely. Let's see. Sometimes it's not a good scale, so 1:3. You gotta play with it sometimes. 1:8. I say 1:6. Yeah, that looks nice. Has a nice little, you know, gap, just a little bit gap right there. Now that we have like that, you want to up the quantity. So you just sit here and up the quantity to wherever it connects to and make sure it doesn't overlap. So however you want it and however many diamonds you want, that's how you do it. So bam, we have it just like that. Boom. Now diamonds usually have prongs, which are those little circle things, which I'll show you how to do next. You pretty much do to as you please. Some things need prongs, some things don't need prongs. It's kind of how your diamond placing in is. If it's tight and nice, you don't really need the prongs. But if you want to be more professional, you can use the prongs. Sometimes I like no prongs because it looks better sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so we've done that. Now that we have everything selected, they all have a constraint, and they're following the path, and that path is the curve. So you can apply this to all if you like. You can do that now if you want, or whenever. But you'll know when to do it because sometimes it'll mess with something else. I don't know what it will conflict with, but you'll see. You'll learn over time. So yeah, you want to add prongs. Prongs are right here. Now, if you have everything selected and they all have their own origin, you can click the prongs. Boom. You see how fast that is? Now try that every single time and you tell me if it works, because it's not going to work every time. This is not. But this worked pretty cool. Make sure you check your vertices, because you don't want these crazy. Sometimes it'd be a million and you're like, oh my god, I need to bring those down. So right now it's good right now, because it's a basic ring. But when you start doing like the rapper jewelry, they be having so many diamonds and prongs and vertices, then you gotta break it up in boxes. But whatever. Usually I want to take down the bump scale. I think no, keep the bump scale, the detailization, because prongs take up a lot of vertices. You'll see that when you start meshing for real. You'll see like, wow, the prongs are a lot of verts. I usually go something. You don't want to go to Roblox. Like, this is Roblox. Like, you want to make it look like, something. I say like right here. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That's cool. I mean, you could mess with the top of it, and however you want to do it. So this is how. Yeah, I don't like that. Like that. OCD kicking in sometimes. I don't like how it looks right now. So I'll click the prong, and I'll click Shift L, and this is to select linked, and I'll select the material. Since they all automatically come with a material through Jewel Craft, they'll all have the same material, and I want to select them all. I learned this later on after a lot of trial and error, so I'm telling you guys, and it's gonna make your life way easier. Because when I first did it, I was selecting 1, 2, 3, like I was just going all the way around. Mad annoying. So yeah, selected it like that. Let's auto, right click, and then click shade auto smooth, and that's to make it smoother. I like to do this just because it's better to look at. Shade smooth regular. And like I said, if you ever see, here's the thing, if you already joined the object and you try to apply, like, see this, if you try to just apply the prongs and they don't have an individual origin like these do, you see how these are not connected and they have the little dot in the middle of each one, and you try to add the prongs, it will not work. So look, it's going to go around the origin point. So if this origin is in each one of these, then it's going to work. If it's not, it's not. I should have added these to that, and I'll show you how to fix that. So while we're here, we can just click, go into tab, edit, click A to select all. This is the original side we was working on. That's the mirrored side, so that's why it's not selected. So while we have it all selected, we'll click P, your best friend, and we'll separate it by the loose parts. And the loose parts is anything that's not connected or wasn't unioned or welded together. So loose parts. While we have it all selected, let's tab out of edit mode, and let's right click, set origin to geometry while we have everything selected, and that's going to bring the origin right back to the diamonds. So now we can click prongs. Wow. Yo, I'm so like Sometimes I'll be trash. Um, let's undo that. Let's take off the mirror first. Let's see if that works. Like I said, sometimes you gotta play with it. See what I'm saying? Look how many mirrors I gotta do. So let's undo. Let's go back here. Let's take the mirror off first before we separate it. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's P, keeping it. Let me not make a corny ass joke. About to say push a P. I separated by loose pause. Go into back in the object mode. Let's set origin to geometry. Yeah, yes sir. And then let's do prongs. And I mean this is valid, but it's like it's still something off. I can't tell you what's off right now. That's why I said sometimes it does weird stuff. That's why it's cool and better to just place it by hand. If you ask me, I always try to look at methods to do this faster because I'm like I don't want to keep placing diamonds by hand, and my hand is just gonna be non-existent in about 5 years. But we can do it like this. Let's rotate it. Wow. See, I have to play with these sometimes because I be forgetting like how to do a lot. Sometimes you just forget because you're doing so much and you try to learn it. But position, intersection, no alignment, eh, symmetry, no. Wait, symmetry. Okay, alignment, intersection, position. Yeah, this is why I just place these by hand. But you kind of get the picture though. You'll play with it, you'll see what works. Right now, this is not working for me, so what I would do is just not even bother. Join that back up, add back the mirror modifier. Make sure I drop it and make sure I click Taurus, then click Z, because that's where it worked. And I would just do this by hand, but I would do it on one side. I'll place the prongs on one side and then mirror it to the other side because I don't have time, and you can do it faster just doing it by hands instead of trying to cheat code your way. But this is like a cool, like like a male kind of ring. I don't really do male rings. I like to do a lot of female stuff because I don't know, like it's just something that I just do. It's cool. I do some male stuff. Males really don't support as much as females do. I mean, I identify as knowledge that, but yeah, I enjoy doing this. It's pretty fun. I recommend everyone get into Blender and learn this. Pretty cool, something new. Um, I joke a lot. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I hope y'all like to do the same because life's already crazy sometimes. Okay, something I did was I just added a subdivision, and that's to make it smooth. You don't want to look at these like harsh, like like these harsh edges. Sorry, it's 7:47 in the morning, and I ain't been asleep yet. But these harsh edges. So you want subdivision is gonna be your best friend. Also, that's gonna be another best friend of yours. Um, Vertices, it does add up more vertices, so watch out. You can subdivide as many times as you want. Beware though, when you keep doing that, your vertices going up. You see how the vertices is clicking? I never do more than 1 to 2. I never. I don't even know. You try and subdivide a mesh that already has a lot of vertices. Look at how many vertices is this. You cannot bring this into a game. Nope. You can. It's gonna be a lot of these though. It's gonna be a lot of like a lot of layers because you're gonna be breaking it apart and trying to put it into the game engines. So I do like two, you know, one or two. But this is like a quick tutorial, you know. I appreciate everyone who supports me and subscribes and you know show love, cause that's what I'm about, is just showing love. I don't know why people hate on each other and do all that weird stuff, but you know it's all love. Just something quick. If you got here, can somebody please send me a video of them like actually being able to do this based off my tutorial, so I know that like what I'm saying is working, and I know maybe I need to explain more here. Cause I like videos that get to the point, and right now I'm getting to the point, but I'm not, cause I'm trying to teach and tell you guys stuff as quickly as possible and make it make sense. And hopefully y'all stick around. But it's a quick tutorial video. I'm trying to do this every day. Like I said, appreciate everyone. If you have any questions, you can hit the comments. You could DM me. Woke and happy. A lot of people don't know what that means, but if you know what it means, you know what it means. But yeah. So thank you for tagging along this experience. I'm trying to get everybody right. We all gonna learn how to make nice rings and diamonds and jewels and clothing and heads, because that's what something I want to get into, is making heads. If you play any type of games, a lot of games, heads is the way to go, but they gatekeep it. But you got to do a lot of, you know, hard work to learn these type of things. But yeah, if you have any questions, DM me. You know, I always answer. I try to be like, you know, transparent with everybody. We all cool. We all in this together. So love y'all. Thank you for watching. Second video, another video. Let me know what y'all want me to make, and I'll make it. I'll probably do a live. Yeah, I'll probably do a live. I gotta learn how to do a live. I'm sure I can learn. But yeah, I'm done talking. So I know y'all tired of me talking. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment. We gonna be back at this. Like, I might drop another video later, just cause it's like I see y'all actually supporting, really, you know. But hopefully you've made it this far. Appreciate y'all. How do I pause this? Alright. Alright, man. Appreciate y'all, man. See y'all.